Hi, my name is Leah or Carmen. I prefer Leah. Welcome to my channel. This is brand new. Clearly you can tell I have not done this before. I started this channel because I want to talk about things that I feel like are not spoken about online, on the internet.
And it's just basically real shit.
You know, like real topics, real things that everybody goes through.
Like being vulnerable and all that good stuff.
I have several reasons. First one is social media. Social media has super pushed me to do this because there's a misconception online where I feel like social media is used to showcase your highlights and the best parts of your life, or the best days, and like the best looking people, or I guess maybe not the best looking people because that's relative, but in relation to the amount of accounts and just pages out there that promote all these other things, I have not seen too many that really have an open platform for talking about really tough stuff. I thought of different ways that I wanted to do this. Like I thought about writing a book, I thought about maybe through poetry, which I do, but I wanted to reach people fast because I know there are people out there that like are going through it that need help now. They need to hear somebody now. Number two is
What's number 2? Oh my god. Oh my god.
I live in New York, in America, obviously the United States, and I'm aware that there may be a lot of people who are suffering, maybe like women or people who are marginalized or don't have a voice or don't have an outlet. And if they try to speak on things that I speak on, they may be killed. Like seriously. Just like that, I realized that it's a privilege to even have a voice because a lot of people don't. YouTube is kind of an international site, so I feel like it's easier to reach people who don't really have access to things like that. This is a very open channel. That's what I made it for. So that's definitely number 2. And number 3 is just, I'll give you a little bit of background on me and then I'll tell you number 3 because they kind of go together. So like I said, my name is Leah. I am from New York. Like I said, I'm young. I'm in my 20s. I sing, I dance, I write. I write music, I write poetry, I paint. Basically, I'm an artist. Why did I just say that? I'm an artist. Art has always been a way for me to express myself and express how I feel. This is reason number 3. Growing up, I was a very sensitive child, and what I mean by that, I don't mean like, well, I kind of had this too, but people think of sensitive, they think like you tell me I'm stupid or something and like I start crying or something, you know, like what I really mean by that is I was very sensitive to people's energies and pain and love and just a lot of things that were going on around the world, like on the news and just everywhere. It was hard not to care. I really cared. I still care, and it's hard for me to just pretend like things don't happen. And I know a lot of people don't have somewhere to express this stuff, and I just wanted to make that kind of thing here. I know nowadays social media kind of has made us desensitized. That's why I'm so passionate about this. I didn't want to talk about anything else but authenticity, like real stuff that people go through. And just, you know, since this is kind of like the first video, I didn't want it to just be an introduction. So the first topic today that I'm going to talk about is forgiveness. I feel like it's a controversial topic. I just want to give you my spin on it. Oh, also, heads up, anything I say here is just from my perspective and my experiences and things that I have gone through, and the only reason I share it is just for the purpose of educating others, maybe not to make the same mistakes I have, or just to offer perspective. So forgiveness. Some people feel like forgiveness is always necessary. Some people feel like it's not. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it feels like it's impossible. For me, it's the same way. It's easy, but it's hard sometimes. Today I'm not gonna talk about the forgiveness where my little brother like broke my bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. That was like such a terrible example, but I'm so sorry. We all know situations where life problems, that it affects your life. Why do I feel like forgiveness is necessary? Well, for starters, forgiveness, not forgiving someone, only affects you. Sometimes it'll affect the other person, but most of the time, the person that you can't forgive usually, or in a lot of cases, it doesn't move them in any way if you do or don't. Which could maybe make you more amped, like, no, I really don't fuck with you. You know, like, now I really don't want to. Don't get me wrong, I know there's a lot of people out there who feel like, do you expect me to forgive, you know, someone who ruined my life, or maybe they took somebody's life away that I love, and things like that, like really crazy stuff. And I know this ties into trauma. I don't think forgiveness has a timeline, but the faster you can do it, the faster it will not eat you alive. What you don't realize is that every time you don't forgive someone, that's energy that you carry with you everywhere. Everywhere. You don't see it, but it does affect how you feel about yourself. It affects how you see life. It affects how your relationships, and in indirect ways. I had to forgive someone. Specifically, I had to forgive someone that's probably the hardest thing I had to do. Like, and it's probably the thing I never thought I could. I'm still kind of doing it. I'm working through it. But just to give you perspective, it took me 16 years to forgive this person. Yeah. I learned the hard way that it just serves you better if you approach life in a way where people do unforgivable things. And I'm gonna tell you right now, forgiving does not mean that you allow the person back into your life. Forgiving does not make you weak. Forgiving is just allowing yourself to stop carrying that burden. I could not have a healthy relationship at all for years. What not forgiving that person did caused me not to trust anyone. And I mean anyone. Well, it put it in my head that I'm not safe anywhere. It put in my head that I'm hard to love, and it affected my self-esteem. It made me so ungrateful. Really poisoned every good experience I had. I did not live in the moment. There are a lot of memories that I cannot recall that other people have with me, and it's because I was not present. I became a very pessimistic person, and it made me isolate myself because I knew that a lot of people cannot handle that. No one wants to be around someone who's like, come on, like, you're not positive. Like, when you have darkness in your heart, that hurts a lot of people around you, especially the people who love you. And that's really not, like, that's not something you want to do. It's not. You don't see it. And a lot of times the people who love you suffer in silence. They're not going to tell you because they know that you're going through it. I want to make this clear though. Forgiveness, one, is not a walk in the park. Two, you don't forgive someone by just waking up and going, well, I forgive you. If you have anger, you have to go through that anger. You have to be honest with yourself. Like, you really had to be honest with yourself. And that's why I feel like it may take a while. It may take years. For me, it took 16. But honestly, it's because probably for the first half, I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. You may be very heartbroken like me. You may be very, like, you may feel defeated. Like, seriously, you may feel defeated. I feel like that's the number one thing that people feel. You have to go through that stuff. Like, things that can help you. Writing. I know a lot of people don't like to do this, and a lot of people be like, yo, Leah, that's whack. Like, that's not cool. Like, but it works. If you're an artist like me, express it in your work. Anything that's gonna pull that out of you, do it. Record yourself. Keep vocal documentaries about how you feel, and be so honest. If you take walks, I know walks help a lot of people. Maybe you're athletic, like, go work out. Like, work out. Channel that anger, channel that pain, and just, like, get it out like that. You know, like, find something that works for you. Or sometimes all it takes is talking to somebody. You can talk in the comments if you like. If you want, you can even hit me up, because that's the whole point of this, is to share it. You just need to be heard. Sometimes, I know this sounds weird, but strangers, the beauty about strangers is they don't know you from a hole in the wall. So do yourself the favor. Like, do yourself the favor. I'm not saying that it's easy, because it's not. Actually, I'm not even done yet. I'm not done. There's gonna be many times in life that you have to forgive, but you only get free. Give room to other opportunities and love from other areas when you do forgive. So do the work every day. Even if you never talk to that person again, even if you never trust them again, you don't have to. But let that go. It's not serving you. You think it is, but it's not. It's really not. It's just controlling a lot of areas of your life that it really doesn't have to. That's just my take on it. I hope that somebody learns from this. I hope this helps somebody heal. Again, you can talk if you want to. If you don't have anyone, you can write under here, or you can send me messages. I'll leave my social media in the description. This is so weird because I don't do YouTube. Thank you for watching. I hope it wasn't too long. I know I don't explain things that well, but I just really hope that my heart has reached you, and that's really all I care about. Thank you for watching. See you later.